Hey everybody, Kyle Sasser here, and it is everybody's favorite time of the month. That's right, real estate market statistics time. These real estate statistics are for the Dayton Metro area for the month of February 2024. So you're probably wondering, Kyle, you say that this is the February market statistics video, but the report says January. What gives? Well, the truth is January is the most complete numbers that we have. We look at reports after the month has ended. And we do that versus week to week because week to week varies pretty wildly. And basically we combine all those weeks together into 1 month, and that really kind of evens things out and gives us a little more insight into what the market is doing. The other thing to know here is that we compare year to year, not necessarily month to month. So we are really comparing January 2024 to January 2023. Now, the truth is the market has moved pretty significantly in those 12 months, up and down. Normally, the real estate market is on a much slower trend. So in my most recent videos for the last year or two, I have been paying a little bit more attention to the month to month. The reason why we don't usually look at month to month, comparing, say, May to June to July, is that during the course of the year, there's a natural ebb and flow in the real estate cycle. Obviously, in wintertime, with all the holidays and everything going on, real estate usually takes a back seat in most people's lives. So there's usually fewer homes listed, and there's also usually fewer homes that go up for sale. Likewise, it also kind of follows the school year. August is usually pretty quiet because most people are getting settled and ready for the new year. But before that, you will usually see a peak or two compared to previous months towards the spring or beginning of summer as people readjust and get moved for the school year. So month to month can be a little bit misleading. So we usually look at year to year. But like I said, the market has been moving such that I've really kind of had to pay attention to both because we have been on a little bit of an oscillation cycle. So just to recap a little bit, if you've missed the past videos, so basically the story has been for the last few years that we have had a little bit of a price oscillation. The previous peak of the market and the end of the clear trend of an upward trajectory on home prices, that all kind of stopped in June and July of 2022. Since then, we've kind of been on this 6-month back and forth. 6 months of prices going up, 6 months of prices going down. And that seems to be holding true with the current stats, but I do want to kind of tell you what my expectations are for 2024 in the later part of this video. So be sure to stay tuned. Now, a little explanation for median and average. If you remember back to your math class, you know that average is you take, let's say, 5 homes, you add up the sales price, you divide it by 5. That gives you the average. Median sales price is a little bit different though. So the median is basically you take, let's say there are 50 homes that sold. The median is the point at which there is a equal number of homes priced higher as there are priced lower. So it's more of the true midpoint of the market. I typically like to rely a little bit more on the median sales price because historically it does not move around as much as average sales price. Average sales price can be pulled if you have a quirky month where, let's say, there was a hurricane or a large number of very inexpensive homes sold, or a handful of $15 or $20 million homes sell that's really going to yank on that average sales price. Whereas median sales price, it doesn't usually move so much. That said, median sales price has been jumping around more than usual, and that's mostly because that metric is only based on closed sales, and our closed sales are down significantly from where they usually are. So normal month we would sell 900 to 1,000 homes, kind of in the pre-2022 days. We were doing 800 to 1,000 homes. We're down in the 500s now. So with a smaller number of sales, the median sales price is going to bounce around a little bit more. So you kind of have to keep that in mind as you're looking through these numbers. All right, let's dive into these market statistics for Dayton. Total number of closed sales was up 14% from January 2023's 648 to January 2024's 739. Median sales price is also up 10.3% from $186,750 to $206,000. Average sales price was up 36.2% from $224,000 to $305,322. Median percentage of original list price was up 0.7% from 96.6% to 97.3%. Median time to sale held steady at 58 days. Total number of new listings was up 13.6% from 903 to 1,026, and total active inventory also held steady. It was down 0.2% from 1,206 to 1,204 homes. Doom and gloom section, which is foreclosures and short sales, there was a total of 6 foreclosures and 0 short sales. So they're not really having a major impact on the market currently. Now, I don't usually touch much on month to month, but there is a couple things I want to touch on here. We did set a new record median sales price in 2023, and that was July at $235,000. And we're down to $206,000. The other thing I want to touch on here is the number of new listings. Compared to historic norms, which is basically 2022 and earlier, we are only listing about half. We're listing about 30 to 50% fewer homes. You know, we're only listing like 2/3 to half of the homes that we usually do. And that's really kind of the source of our current market conditions, you know, that oscillation that we've been in. Like, for example, you know, our December here is actually a better December than we had in the past. So it's a little fluky. But if you look at the year overall, so for example, like August 2023, we listed just over 1,500 homes. Last year, we also listed the same, but in 2021, we listed nearly 2,000 homes. And 2020, we listed well over 1,500 homes, looks like 1,800 homes-ish, and that's despite COVID, is, you know, how many homes we listed. So overall, if we kind of take all of 2023 and kind of combine it together, we listed a lot fewer homes than we normally do. Now, I do like to touch on the various price points because $1 million home sells on a little bit different time frame than a $200,000 home, and that's simply a result of the buyer pool. There's simply just more people that are able to and willing to purchase a $200,000 home than a $1 million home. So basically under $200,000 is held pretty steady. So this is time to sale as well. So what this is the total time that a house takes to close. You really need to deduct about 30 to 40 days to kind of get time to contract out of these numbers, because we don't actually track contract dates here very well, or it's so convoluted that it's nearly impossible to calculate on most listings. So that's why we go with time to sale. So, but basically, like, you know, so 100 to 150,000 held steady at 58 days. So we can kind of minus like 30 days out of that, and we can see that most of those are probably in the 28-day range. So about 30 days, maybe 20 days if it's a 40-day contract. 150 to 200,000 was up 9.8%, total of 56 days. And most of these price points are in the 50 to 60 day range. 300 to 400,000 was down 14.5% to 59 days. 400 to 600,000 was down 7% to 66 days. So again, if we kind of do the math on that, we can see that those are taking 20 to 30 days to go under contract instead of the 10 to 20. 600 to $1 million is down 46.3%, total of 65 days, and $1 million or more is down 22.5%, total of 131 days. Total number of closed sales by sales price. And again, it was a pretty strong year. We actually sold more in January 2024 than we did in January 2023. And those of you that remember know that January 2023 was pretty bleak so far as, you know, listings and home sales go. It was outstanding to buy a home, that's for sure. So 150 to 200,000 was up 39.5%, total of 159 homes sold. 200 to 250 was down 14.9%, total of 86. 250 to 300,000 was up 45.8% to 86. 300 to 400,000 was up 42.6% to 97. And 400 to 600,000 was up 72.5% to 88 total homes. 600 to $1 million was up 18.8%, total of 19, and $1 million or more was up 200%, total of 6. New listings by list price. Basically, we have more listings in January 2024 than we did in January 2023, and that's just kind of like where the market's at right now. So late 2022, which is when the January 2023 numbers would have come from. I remember a lot of sellers being very skittish, a lot of buyers also being very skittish there. So I'm not surprised that we have a lot more new listings. But compared to the greater historic picture, we are still pretty subdued here. So 150 to 200,000, there was 15.9% more homes sold, total of 197. 200 to 50,000 was up 32.3% to 123, and honestly, most of these are up 20% to 30%. The exception is 600 to 1 million, which is up 113%, total of 49 homes. And total inventory, which is honestly a little more important than the number of new listings, is not really up. It's really kind of hung steady. So 150 to 200,000, there was a total of 175 homes for sale, which is a 1.2% increase. 200 to 250 was at 123, which was a 1.6% drop. 250 to 300 had no change, total of 136. 300 to 400,000 dropped 1.7%, total of 176. 400 to 600,000 was up 13.5%, total of 168. 600 to a million is 19.5% higher, total of 92, and a million or more saw a 22.2% decrease in the number of homes for sale compared to January 2023, total of 21. So, them's the stats. Thank you so much for tuning in to these real estate market statistics for the Dayton Metro area for February 2024. If you would like help finding an amazing home in the Dayton Metro area, Beavercreek, Centerville, Springboro, Washington Township, Oakwood, Kettering, I would love to help you out. You can reach me. My phone number is 937-907-6777. If you want to book a chat online, you can do so via the link down below. Choose the time that works best for you. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you. So I'd love to help you out if you're thinking about buying or selling. Would love to come out and give you a home value report, or if you're a first-time buyer, I'd love to kind of explain how the overall process works to you. You can also check out the rest of my channel here. I do a little bit more deep dive kind of stuff on the nitty-gritty parts of real estate that actually impact you. I try not to do too many of the glitz and glamour real estate videos. I feel like those don't bring a lot of value to clients. I prefer to actually educate you and help you figure out what is going to be the best home fit and home decision for you. So be sure to check out the rest of the channel here. Other than that, again, thank you so much for watching. Check out the next few months of videos because, again, the stats, those statistics are really going to tell the tale for how the rest of 2024 is going to shape up. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kyle Sasser, and I'll talk to you soon.